Yeah, I'm busy. What do you need? guys. Hello. Game really needs a reject button. This game's got some really annoying bugs. It's a good game, but like I just want to get rid of this. Okay, there we go. Never mind. It's like progress blocking bugs and stuff. It's not just like minor inconveniences. Trying to unlock stuff and it doesn't progress. They got a lot of bugs to fix. Instance where DSP would be right. They'll unlock other stuff in the meantime while they fix it. That game looks pretty bad. Is it actually any good? It looks really bad. I don't know, I'm already buying 2 games in the next, like, 4 or 5 days, so I posted my gaming plans in my Discord. I gotta spend a bunch on PGR because I took a break. Gameplay in that just looked really boring and slow. I didn't like the art style either, so I wasn't interested in that one. aren't many like that. Most of the beat 'em ups this year have been terrible. Like G.I. Joe. The Karate Kid game. It's been depressing to be a beat 'em up fan lately. I'm hoping the Power Rangers game will be good, but I don't know. I kind of have to get it because I'm a Tokusatsu fan, but I hope it's not going to disappoint. It's got some nice production values, but they don't post any gameplay that's not unedited, so you can like barely see what the game is going to be like. I hope it's not going to be another trash game. It's not like it has much competition this year. Only thing decent that's come out this year is Vengeance Hunters, which is a good game, but it has its fair share of problems with the design. Make me not want to play it that much, but it is a good game. And they already put out a patch for it that fixed some of my issues with it, so I think that's definitely one of the best beat 'em ups to come out this year. Just not a fan of the boss design. Gimmicky stuff that's just like not really fun to deal with when you play the game like 10, 20 times. I don't know. It's definitely better than the other offerings this year. That miserable beat 'em up offerings this year. Just cream of the crap. Martial art of gun. There another gun in here. Kind of have to use the gun because I'm trying to unlock the other super moves. It's only really worth using the gun at the end. There's a bunch of dudes on the screen. Shoot that way, you doofus! You're shooting the wrong way! Wasn't very useful. Yeah, a lot of the like G.I. Joe is like 25 bucks, isn't it? That game is terrible. Like, there's no outcome where that would be worth that kind of money. Combat and the game design is awful. They want 25 bucks for it. They do a lot better than that, even when you're not waiting for a sale. Shredder's Revenge is that price. I don't even particularly like that game that much because it's kind of got the depth of a puddle, but it is a good game. And for people that aren't super sweat lords about combat mechanics, it's one of the best value you can get. But like, pricing your game the same as Shredder's Revenge and being worse in every way. You look at the reviews for that game, the game's only got like 50 reviews or something. Like, no one bought it. No, that clearly didn't work. You get a pretty good idea of how a game is selling on Steam by how many reviews there are. That was an insane run. We got a lot of feedback about G.I. Joe as well, and they didn't listen. But I feel like they didn't listen because they know that game is it's unsalvageable. Like, the pixel art is okay, but they need to make like entire sprite sheets to fix that game, and they're not going to do that, especially with how little it's selling. I hope the Power Rangers game will be good, but I am a little bit skeptical. I'm really not a fan of how they market games. They just like don't show you the actual product. I don't really want a heavily edited trailer. I just want to see the game, man. That's kind of why I do unedited gameplay. That's like one of the main reasons I do it. Because I know, yeah, there are people that just want really high production values. People who just want to see the game. I try to do a little bit of both, but I don't know. Those trailers look nice, but I just want to see the actual product, and they won't put out like unedited gameplay, like none of it. Like, this doesn't really sell me on the game. Because it's made by people who don't understand what makes beat 'em ups fun. They don't understand how the mechanics work. Like, Vengeance Hunters has its flaws. A lot of the bosses suck, especially the last boss and the second boss. But you can tell it's made by people who understand what makes the games fun, which is why it's more than playable. They just designed the game in a way that, like, some old farts like me aren't gonna particularly like it that much, but it is a good game. You'll tell that the people who designed it actually have played beat 'em ups before. Some stuff like G.I. Joe, it's like, have you guys even, like, played one before? Because this ain't it, man. So we gotta go for weapons and, what else? They finally added more storage space to this game, so I'm actually gonna be playing it again. I had to stop because I had no space. As you can see here, it gave us more storage space, so it's not inventory management hell anymore. Only took like 4 months. Alright, so we're gonna try to get the rest of the legendaries and maybe do a run. We've got about another hour of stream time, so I don't know if I want to stay on this or switch. We'll see how nice it is to me. How about that? Okay, got it. Alright, that's one down. I watched somebody play G.I. Joe. It's like one of the worst beat-em-ups. Completely irredeemable. I guess maybe if you like G.I. Joe, you might enjoy it, but I don't know. I'm old enough to remember G.I. Joe, but I never was really big into it as a kid. But yeah, that franchise is pretty dire for video games. There hasn't been a good G.I. Joe game since Atlantis Factor, which was like 30 plus years ago. That's pretty sad. I feel bad for any G.I. Joe fans who just want a decent video game, because it doesn't seem like they don't know how to deliver one. Atlantis Factor came out in like 1991, and that's still like the best G.I. Joe game. That and the Konami arcade game. Those are like the only good G.I. Joe games. But those are like literal decades ago. It's kind of sad that they can't surpass something that came out like 6 console generations ago. Pretty depressing. But yeah, I was never really into it as a kid. I remember watching it like casually, but I wasn't super into it like Power Rangers. Luckily, Power Rangers has had more good games than bad. Pretty blessed franchise in terms of video games. There's definitely some shit Power Rangers games, but not many. The Game Gear one is really cool, both of them. Power Rangers game at least looks competently designed, but I don't know if it's gonna have any depth. It might be another Shredder's Revenge. You know, it's competent, but it just doesn't have any depth. Which is why Shredder's Revenge is kind of not super interesting to play for long term, just because it doesn't have a lot of depth. But not everybody's really looking for that. They just want a decent game to play with their family or friends. Shredder's Revenge for that purpose is more than fine. I'm definitely looking forward to beat-em-ups going back to being deep again, because the last couple have had the depth of a puddle, except for Vengeance Hunters. It's just Vengeance Hunters boss design I'm not a fan of. Drop this armor. Alright, well, I'm done gambling. Got a couple other drops at least. I didn't really grow up with G.I. Joe. I remember watching the show. I don't think I had any of the toys. Same thing with Transformers. I watched it a little bit, but I wasn't super into it. Transformers has had quite a few good games. Definitely more privileged than G.I. Joe, where nobody seems capable of surpassing a game made on the NES. Atlantis Factor is like probably close to 35 years old now, and that's still like the best G.I. Joe game. Pretty depressing. They can't even surpass something that old. Shouldn't be hard. Does not want to drop this. One more gamble after this and I'm done. Cutting myself off. The PGR was nice to me when I came back. So was Aether Gazer. I got Watanabe early, only spending like $20. I come back to this game and it's just pure hatred, contempt, anger. How dare you stop playing me? You're not allowed to take a break. I'm getting the message here. I'm not welcome. Left for milk and didn't come back for like a month. So it's punishing me. Let me see, how many of the drops did I get? That was pretty garbage. I wouldn't say that's better than Atlantis Factor. Atlantis Factor has more content than that, which again is morbidly depressing because it's a fucking like 500 kilobyte NES game. They can't surpass a 500 kilobyte NES game from the 90s. That's how you know they're not even trying. Like, yeah, the Atlantis Factor game was essentially AAA because it was made by Capcom. Capcom was like god tier for licensed games back then, but still, I mean, they're like almost 35 years old. I don't really think that's much of an excuse. Should be able to be better than a NES game 30 plus years later. And I guess the bar for G.I. Joe development team choices is that low. That's like really low. leave it there. Just leave it there, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Just put it where, just whatever, I don't care. Those are like the only good ones. Hopefully Rita's Revenge will be okay, but that looks like more of a Shredder's Revenge type game. You know, for people that are my age, late 30s, that grew up with it, it'll be more than playable, but it's probably not going to have much depth, so the replay value will probably be not great. I also heard that the characters are all clones, just like Shredder's Revenge, which is a major buzzkill. They're supposed to have different fighting styles, but I guess they're just gonna make one sprite and change the color. Like, come on, man. That's an easy way to be better than Shredder's Revenge, because everybody hates that about that game. They made such beautiful sprites, but the characters are like identical. Have like very minute differences that you barely even notice. They have like 10 characters in the game. Only like 3 of them play differently. They're also teasing Tommy being unlockable. I'm like, well, I hope he's not a clone. If he's a clone, that's even worse. Like, just make unique movesets, please. It's like even with no Muso games coming out, we're not spared from the clone moveset epidemic. Muso's been AFK for almost 3 years now. There hasn't been any Muso games. But like somehow people still make action games where every character plays the same. Might as well just have like one character at that point. They're all just gonna play the same. What's up, Fuma? Getting filtered by bad RNG in this game. It hasn't dropped anything. I gambled like hundreds of times and got barely anything. So, about how things usually go around here. All junk. played some Karate Survivors. I didn't really unlock anything though, so it was kind of pointless. You feeling any better, man? They let you use your moves in the air now, which makes the game a lot better. This game had annoying flying enemies, but then like there were only like 2 moves that you could do in the air, so they were really terrible to fight. Feels a lot better now. You can't have annoying flying enemies and then like completely neuter your character when you jump. But that's exactly how this game was. That's why that spear with the spell blade was like the best weapon in the game, because it worked when you were jumping. So flying enemies and the Gandalf guy were completely miserable to fight. But yeah, if you didn't have that, then you're at the mercy of whenever he would decide to put himself on the ground. He only has 2 moves that put him on the ground. Sometimes he'll just decide to be a dick and not do those moves. So if you didn't have something you could use in the air, the boss fight was very frustrating. So we'll see how it goes. You can actually attack in the air. They also gave more storage space, which was also like why I stopped playing this game, because I was playing this game like several times a week on these streams while I'm working over here. But I just ran out of inventory space. The game got like unplayable because I had no space. So they're definitely making some good changes. I think this game is underrated. There's been a lot of roguelikes this year. I definitely think this is one of the best ones to come out. But like nobody's playing it. I'm like one of the only people I know that are playing this and making content is me and my real life friend. IRL friend is also playing this. He's put up some stuff already. Probably not wanting to pay anybody to play it until it's finished, which I think is wise. This game definitely launched with a pretty good amount of content. It's got a good like 6 bosses, 2 classes. They're saying they're gonna add the final boss, I guess like next month or something, but I don't really care. There's definitely other roguelikes that have come out this year that had way less content than this. So there was a lot of stuff about this game that made it very aggravating to play. Inventory space and the lack of inventory space was one of them. Well, you know, Rogue Prince of Persia is a good game too, but that game launched with like literally like an hour of content, so like 2 hours of content, and they paid people to play it. And I think that was a mistake. That game had a really low amount of content, so paying people to play it at launch, I don't know how many people they paid or how much, but you definitely should have waited. I think this game is good enough to sponsor people to play it. I'm not talking about me. Other people that play roguelikes and have a bigger following than me, it would help them get more exposure. They're probably going to wait until it's finished. This is a really high quality game, and it's doing something different. It's not another Vampire Survivors or Hades clone. Probably one of the most unique action roguelikes to come out this year. But I guess they get scared of paying people to play it in early access. People will watch and say they won't buy it until it's out of early access, which is understandable. I've definitely been scammed on early access multiple times. That's the downside of playing niche games, indie games and stuff that are in early access. You don't know if they're gonna actually finish the damn thing. I've been burnt like 3 or 4 times. Games that like would have been good, but they didn't finish them. The problem with doing early access when like you're not doing it to get feedback, you're doing it to get money to finish the game. And that's happened to me multiple times. You can tell they were expecting it to fund the rest of the game. They didn't like have funding to actually finish making it. But then like not enough people bought it, so they just dipped. It seems like this game will be finished. If it doesn't, I won't really care. I've gotten 40 plus hours out of it already. I can't really complain. I could definitely see them rage quit making this though, because it's not doing very well. But I don't know. I've played numerous roguelikes and stuff, early access games I bought, and they don't fucking finish the game, and they wonder why nobody else is buying it. I'm like, well, when you see a game as an early access for years, that comes with expectations that it's not going to be finished. And unfortunately, a lot of times people are right. Oh, there's a new piece. I didn't have that piece before. Good. Oh yeah, Wolson. Yeah, that was supposed to be the Diablo 3 killer. Broken promises the game, pretty much. Yeah, that game was getting hyped for a while and didn't live up. I don't know, early access is an excuse for a game running like garbage and barely working. It's like over 20 now, I think. They just did a major update. The last update was it 2 updates ago? They really fucked up the game by changing the way that the items work. But they've done a lot of backpedaling because people got pissed off, rightfully so. They made the mistake of trying to change how the items work without making new items. So they changed the existing items and people clapped back and got upset. They've made it a lot better now. But yeah, I hopped off this game for like 2-3 updates. This game has a good development team though, they listen. And for being a service game, this game is very free-to-play friendly and not greedy with microtransactions. The max microtransaction's like $5, so... Like, yeah, you have to pay for the characters, but they're like $5. I think people who complain about that are like basically freeloaders. $5 for a character is nothing. That's even cheaper than a fighting game. Actually, it's not even $5. It's like $3. Battle Pass is $5. Also, there's no promo with the Battle Pass. You can get any previous skin, so even if you stop playing for months, you can get the skin that you want. This game does a lot of things right. It's just they decided to do an update that everybody hated. And they're still trying to fix all that. The community for this game is really weird, though. Whenever they add something that requires spending money, I'm like, dude, it's like $3. You can spend that much money. Stop being cheapskates. That's totally fine for them to want a little bit of money for their work. Can't do everything for free, especially when it's like not even... There's no gambling in this game at all. There's no loot boxes. There's no FOMO. I mean, those are all the things that suck about this game. The gambling and the FOMO. There's none of that. I can give them like $10 every update or so. I don't mind. There's a limit to how much you can complain about microtransactions. I mean, they're doing it in the most like acceptable way. Max price is $5, and then also zero FOMO. So if you don't play for 6 months, you can get the skin that you missed. Should reward stuff like that, like actual fair microtransactions. But like, keep the game running and give more time to thank you for every cent you have. It's kind of why I don't interact with the community for this game, because they seem like major cheapskates. The level of content in this game is way more than like almost any other roguelike. You have to expect them to just make high quality content forever. No money coming in. Like people, it's probably the same people that spend like so much money on Genshin. That's a way worse deal than this. I mean, they kind of just give you the character, right? It's $3. You pay $3 for a character. Like, how cheap can people be? People call the depths of this game greedy. Stuff you can only get by paying. Like, it's the bare minimum. The price of like one food box of Genshin to just get the character. What the hell, man? It's like when people ask why content creators subscriptions and donations and stuff. I'm like, well, doing this isn't free. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You gotta have some kind of money coming in. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to do it that much. Like, people want you to make stuff. There's gotta be some kind of funds coming in, even if it's just the amount that I make, which is enough to, you know, pay for the games. It's enough to pay for the games. Definitely barely scraping by, but I get enough from like Patreon and stuff to, you know, buy like 1 or 2 games a month. If I didn't have that, I'd be doing much less new stuff on here. I'd be playing old stuff like this. Yeah. There's a lot of freeloaders in this game's community. I'm like, dude, the phone... This was originally a mobile game. I'm like, dude, if you can buy the phone, you can support these hardworking developers with like a couple bucks every update. Barely asking for anything. You should support good business practices with microtransactions, otherwise people will stop doing it. Just like Aethergazer and PGR compared to like Genshin and Zelda Zone Zero. It's like a night and day difference. You spend like 50 bucks on Aethergazer or PGR, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a character. You get a lot more value for your money. Aethergazer, the game I'm getting partnered with, like just gave out like a free character, free S rank. You don't get that kind of generosity with MiHoYo. You definitely don't get that generosity with them. And people complain about microtransactions, and there's games that are reasonable about it, they don't play them. I'm like, well, you keep playing the one that's trying to suck every dime out of your wallet. Support the one that's being reasonable. Yeah, they're microtransactions, but it's fair. Also, buying the currency in this game is very inefficient because they give you a mode where if you played the game for a while, you get like $10 worth. You get like $10 worth, so it's like not even efficient to whale in this game. It's inefficient. Hey, we need a little bit of money to like keep the lights on. People will be like, no, don't do that. I'm like, what? I love this game. Not half of it's really bad, but they've perverted a lot of the things that people didn't like about it. This update's also pretty cool. I spent $3 on this character today. Amazing microtransaction. Spent $20 on a sandwich today. Spent $22 on that sandwich I posted in my Discord. Like, if I can afford that, I can put a couple bucks into this game that's provided me with hours and hours of content. Years of content, actually. I played this game years ago. some people think that just everything should be free. Some people just think that everything should be free. They do it with content creators as well. Be like, well, like, why do you need donations? I'm like, well, if you want the creator to keep playing, keep making stuff, you know, they need money. Even if they have a full-time job. It's not free. I really want that. I don't have enough money. I think I'll just go with what I've got. I haven't fought this boss before, so... Well, actually... busy, man. Big place. Okay, you just got shredded in 2 seconds. I over-prepared. I like how the story of this game is... It's basically this god, this guy right here. Hold on, let me get out of this. This guy right here is like a deity that summoned all these people from parts of the world, which you don't directly say, but they're all like actual countries. This is a Chinese game, so there's lots of Chinese characters. There's also a Viking. There's the German guy here. Show some of the other characters. Her, I think they're supposed to be, these two are supposed to be Scottish. There's the British guy. There's the guy from, her from the Middle East. This guy is Persian. This game has cool diversity. They have a European pirate, which is really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of characters now. "28 characters. She just came out earlier this week. Another Wuxia character. He has lost strength. Yeah, he's basically a jobber. He puts all these people in here because he sucks at fighting. Basically Vegeta. But yeah, they added this, which is really cool, which is like they changed the power of the 6 realms so you can make more interesting builds. So I have one that gives a time frame for perfect dodges, more iframes, and then when I perfect dodge, all my moves, they go off cooldown. First dodge after defeating enemy is guaranteed to be a perfect dodge, and use that to kind of stay really aggressive. I'll go ahead and I'll show some of the microtransactions. I have a couple of the skins. And like it's $4 for 1,000 stones, but if you do the rift, you get like 4,000 of them on the hardest difficulty. So it's inefficient to buy those. Rubies and stuff can be worth the money, but generally you just get more just by playing. Purification solutions. $4 for 30 is 30 completed runs. I think that's worth the money. That's not really much at all. You do have to wait. There is a mobile game timer if you don't pay for those, but as you can see, let me turn off my overlay. I have 27 of those, so the next 30 runs just purified instantly. And then characters, $3 to $4. Pass is $3, and then a couple more to you can just max it out if you want. So you can get any skin from here you get any skin that they've done before, so there's no FOMO, which is like really great. If you weren't playing for a few months, you can just get the skin anyway. Well, Fuma, that's pretty much just how things go. Is
Vengeance Hunters.
less popular gacha games are like the ones that are way less predatory.
Go,
Predatory ones are like the most popular.
Vengeance Hunters.
It's kind of like my CVS now. I don't know if you guys know, but at least
Vengeance
at the
Hunter.
CVS
Select your
I go to, they stopped fucking answering the phone. They call you back later. I'm like, why the fuck can't they answer the phone? But like, there's a pharmacy literally across the street that's locally owned, and they don't do that, and they also give you free delivery. You usually get a better service from the less successful business. Like PGR, for instance, you just get the character guaranteed. There's no 50-50. Basically, if you buy the battle pass on the monthly card, which is like $20 a month, that's the only money you spend, you can get every character. That's worth supporting.
Slice and dice.
go.
like an absent character. Probably about well, some of the like regions that they're supposed to be from, it's not kind of ambiguous. Yeah, they have a lot of countries represented in this. They're all really cool looking characters. finish up the chores here and walk home. I might stream some more tonight, actually, but no promises. There's a couple things to play today, which is some more Gundam Breaker 4. The mods got updated. The gameplay mods got updated for this, so might do some more combo labbing. This game got a major update as well. I'll probably play more of this over here, actually. I haven't quite decided yet. Basically, these 3 games are all Kittysitting stream games. They're low power. I can play them a locked 60 without while streaming. East 10 New Game Plus. I might do some of that tonight as well. FF16 gameplay mods have really slowed down. There haven't been any in weeks. Last one was Mythos Exalted, the moveset mod. Also, there's that new cheat engine table to let you equip more moves. So I might mess around with that tonight, or I might do East. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, these are Kittysitting stream games right here. These 4 games are the ones I'm playing that the Steam Deck can handle. Steam Deck can handle Gundam, but I'd rather play it at home. I was going to play it tonight. It was going to be a Gundam Breaker 4 segment, but before I came over here, I forgot to put the mods on my Google Drive, so I didn't feel like playing that. East 10 is like barely playable over here, but it drops frames enough that I kind of don't want to play that over here anymore. Rogue Prince of Persia, same thing. Performance on Steam Deck is... This game should not be verified. It stutters constantly. I don't know why they don't... They're not stricter with, like, the games that they verify. Like, this should be verified. This game works perfect on Steam Deck. This should be verified as well. Perfect. No problems. You also get, like, a lot of battery life off it. This is marked playable. Should be verified, honestly. It never drops a single frame. Has, like, the native resolution and everything. This should be verified, too. Why the fuck isn't this verified? You can get a lock 60 on this game at all times. I don't know what the fuck Valve is doing with their verification system. The criteria doesn't make any sense. Why is this playable? This is, like, perfect on Steam Deck. Until you start putting out a lot of particle effects, but most people on Steam Deck don't even play the games for more than 10 minutes, so... I've got some stuff in here that should not be verified. We'll go over that really quick. Yeah, see, this game deserves being verified. It's better than the Switch version. What else? Contra deserves it. These should both be verified. DMC4 should be verified. 5 being verified is warranted. Actually, this game, DMC5 was like one of the first games they showed running on the Steam Deck. It was like one of the big things that hyped people up for it, because you could play like a recent game like this at 60 FPS portable. This game deserves to be verified. Xenoverse deserves to be verified, but it's because of the anti-cheats why it's not verified. But yeah, you want to go back and play this game, Steam Deck's a good place to do it. Gungrave Gore deserves it, but it also runs way worse after the Switch version update. I think they should probably put it back down to playable. Kingdom Hearts runs fine. The Marvel is verified, which it should be. Lost Judgment should be verified. It is. I'm glad it is, because if you tweak it a little bit, you can get lock 60. So, way better than if they did a Switch port. Transformers is just not verified because you can't buy it anymore. But Transformers is perfect. Orochi 3 was like really fucked up for a while, but it runs good now. 4, if you tweak the settings, it's way better than the Switch version, especially because you have access to mods. All the East games should pretty much be verified. I don't know why this isn't. It runs fine. All the East games run great on Steam Deck, even 9 and 10. Yeah, their criteria doesn't seem to make any sense, or they just don't have anybody playing these games, because pretty much everything I have in here should be verified, but a lot of stuff isn't. Anyway, I'll see you guys probably later tonight. We'll play some of the stuff I mentioned. I gotta go. See